Blessings, everyone. June 19th, today. Once again, a wonderful devotional filled with wisdom. It's about the service of passionate devotion. Do you love me? Tend my sheep. John 21:16. Jesus did not say to make converts to your way of thinking, but he said to look after his sheep, to see that they get nourished in the knowledge of him. Of him, not a doctrine, of him. Okay? We consider what we do in the way of Christian work as service. Yet Jesus Christ calls service to be what we are to him, not what we do for him. You see, it all begins with our devotion to him, what we are to him, how we love him, how deep is our love for him. It brings me to the story of Martha and Mary. Mary was sitting at his feet, listening with all her heart and love and devotion, drinking every word he was saying. And that's what Jesus wanted. Whereas Martha was doing, preparing this and preparing that and thinking, oh, I have to take care of all these people. And she sincerely believed she was serving him. And she got upset because her sister wasn't helping her. And what did Jesus say to her? Stop, man, Martha, Martha, what are you doing? What are you thinking? You're going, you're busy, but you're missing the point. You're missing me. I don't care about what we're going to eat or drink. It's not important. What's important is our relationship together. Come and sit with us and just listen. I have so much to tell you. You see? Discipleship is based solely on devotion to Jesus Christ, not on following after a particular belief or doctrine. Otherwise, you're a religious person, like the Pharisees, like all the religions that exist. They're following after a particular belief, traditions, and that's why they don't know Jesus. They don't. What did he say in Luke 14:26? If anyone comes to me and does not hate father, mother, etc., he cannot be my disciple. In this verse, there is no argument and no pressure from Jesus to follow him. He's simply saying, in effect, if you want to be my disciple, you must be devoted solely to me. That's what he meant. He meant, don't place anybody else above me. I have to be first in your life. Don't neglect my relationship with you to please your father, your mother, your children, your spouse, etc. Or for your job, your career, whatever it is that we want to give so much importance in our life. Solely to me, the devotion has to be solely to Him. Not to a church, not to your pastor, not to your fellow Christians, to Him. A person touched by the Spirit of God suddenly says, "Now I see who Jesus is." That is the source of devotion. You see, it's to see Him. In every circumstances in our life. It's to see Him in the midst of my pain, in the midst of my trials, in the midst of the beauty of His creation. It's to see Him in everything and everyone. You see, if you're able to recognize Jesus in all things, you will be able to love better. You will be able to have more compassion and mercy towards others, because you will not see them, you will see Him in them. And in all of your circumstances, you will recognize Him and say, "Oh, well, this did not work out the way I was hoping it was going to work out. Okay, Lord, I see you in this situation. You haven't allowed me to have this or to go there. I trust you that you're protecting me. I trust your wisdom, not my own understanding, but yours, Lord." This is proof that you're touched by the Spirit of God. Today we have substituted doctrinal belief for personal belief. And that is why so many people are devoted to causes and so few are devoted to Jesus Christ. People do not really want to be devoted to Jesus, but only to the cause He started. And we see this. I've seen it when I was involved in the church. We're going to go feed the poor. We're going to dress them. We're going to, go here and there and run here, devoted to a cause, not to Him. Jesus Christ is deeply offensive to the educated minds of today, to those who only want Him to be their friend and who are unwilling to accept Him in any other way. He's not our pal. He's my friend, kind of like, where is your respect? Where is your reverence? He's your Lord. He's your Lord. He's not just a friend. He's our elder brother and Lord. He must be everything to you. This is an important passage here. Listen carefully. Our Lord's primary obedience was to the will of His Father, not to the needs of people. Okay? The saving of people was the natural outcome of His obedience to the Father. That's why when He was going to the temple every day and there was a beggar sitting at the steps, He didn't heal him. He could have healed him, but he didn't. Was there a need there? Yes, there was a need. But did the Father tell him to heal him? No. So Jesus obeyed. He obeyed the Father. He didn't heal him. He gave him money. What was the outcome of that? Obedience. Later on, when Peter Peter is the one who told him, silver and gold I don't have, but what I have I'm going to give you, and stand up and walk. What happened there? 5,000 people, 5,000 Jews turned to Christ. You see? People around him didn't understand why isn't he healing this guy? But he knew. He knew if my Father didn't allow me to heal him, he has a purpose higher than mine. And so the outcome of his obedience was what led him to do what he did. But he did not go around responding here, responding there. If I am devoted solely to the cause of humanity, I will soon be exhausted and come to the point where my love will waver and stumble. It's true. I went through that experience when I thought, about 8 years ago, when I was in touch with a pastor in Africa, in Uganda, and I felt compelled because there was a need there, a need for the orphans in his village to build an orphanage, a school. I felt, prompted to want to help, but I didn't seek the wisdom of the Lord back then. See, I took it upon my own thinking, my own understanding, my own desire to do it. But I didn't seek his wisdom. I didn't ask him if that's what he wanted me to do. And so what happened, it was an amazing experience, but at the same time, I could have died. I could have left my life because I got extremely sick, and it was a very difficult experience as well. And I realized when I ended up in the hospital with double pneumonia that he never wanted me to go. He never wanted me to go. And that's when I learned, don't respond to every need of everyone. Wait for me to tell you if it's okay or not. Listen to me, be devoted to me, and I will lead you where I want you to go. And when he is leading us, everything happens supernaturally. There's no effort, there's no difficulties. He opens all the doors and makes it easy for us, because it was his intention in the first place. You understand? If I love Jesus Christ personally and passionately, I can serve humanity even though people may treat me like a doormat. That's the difference as well. Because I love him, even if people mistreat me, it's not going to bother me anymore. Wasn't he mistreated? Wasn't he ridiculed? He didn't care. He had a mission to accomplish, and he accomplished it no matter how he was treated, because he wasn't seeking for the approval of people. He wasn't interested in their opinion of him. He knew who he was, and so must we. We must know who we're serving. The secret of a disciple's life is devotion to Jesus Christ. And the characteristic of that life is its seeming insignificance and its meekness. Yes, it is like a grain of wheat that falls into the ground and dies. It will spring up and change the entire landscape. We read this in John 12:24. We must fall down to the ground and die, my friend. Die to our ambitions, die to our opinions, die to our ways of wanting to do things. And when we die, then the beauty comes out. What God planted in us will bring fruit. So learn to have a devotion to Jesus Christ and nothing else and no one else. God bless you.